Hi there. Welcome to the 15th International Globe Sound Healing Conference. We do these conferences to help bring sound healing and therapy into the mainstream, so we can take back our power and be able to heal ourselves and heal each other and get really high and access higher states of consciousness. So we ask that you get whatever you need from this conference to help yourself and others, and to help the planet as much as possible. We set sacred space now for the whole conference. Enjoy. Before we get started, though, let me tell you about what we have going on around here at the Sound Healing Center. First of all, at soundhealingcenter.com, we've got our college with 3 certificate programs, 2 in sound healing and 1 in audio recording. We do them here live in Sausalito, just north of San Francisco, or you can do the whole programs online as well. And the sound healing programs are all about how sound works physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It's about teaching you how the universe works based on vibration. We're also a vocational school, so we teach you skills to be able to open up your own practice and how to get peaceful and calm and still over and over, so that becomes the norm in your life, and you can teach that to others. We have over 20 instructors, and we've been doing it for 20 years. It's life transforming. We also have our audio recording program where we teach recording, mixing, and producing, and how to run a digital audio workstation and get people really high and really deep with audio recording and producing. We also have our store with over 700 products. We have crystal bowls, Tibetan bowls. We've got over 100 CDs, videos. We also have sound lounges, vibroacoustics that will get you blissed out and get rid of any pain you can imagine. We also have sound lounges, sound chairs, sound tables. We also have sound pillows and sound dolphins and a belt you can strap on that's really effective for pain. At the Sound Therapy Center, we have about a dozen different treatments. We can find your home note, your actual metabolism note, where you're at peace, and give you CDs or CD downloads in delta, theta, alpha, and beta to get you back to your stable, consistent vibration for sleep, for creativity, for learning, and for overcoming ADHD, and for blissing out. We also do voice analysis, where we can find what notes are missing in your system and give you CD downloads to listen and tone along with. And we also sell both of those softwares as well, so you could do it on other people as a career or living. We also have our Sound Healing Research Foundation. We have over 500 clinical papers, music therapy and sound healing papers that you can find there, and over 500 student papers, which are excellent, just excellent, that you can check out at soundhealingresearchfoundation.org. But we also have, under the nonprofit, we've got the Medical Sound Association. And what's cool on this site is we've got over 20 or 30 different treatment plans for different issues. In these treatment plans, we go through the medical details of the issue, our framework on how we're approaching the issue, the safety guidelines so we can get it into hospitals, intake questions, and then the actual sound treatments, and then homework as well. We now have over 800 doctors and sound therapists meeting bi-monthly to create these treatment plans for a wide range of issues in detail, for grief, anxiety, depression, trauma and PTSD, dementia, addiction. Each one of these is like 30 pages long. It's an incredible resource if you're working on that issue on yourself or on others. For pain, autism, cancer, anger, sleep, schizophrenia, thyroid issues, traumatic brain injuries, adrenal issues, blood clots, heart conditions, digestion, suicide, and end of life. And that's at medicalsoundassociation.com, and then click on Integrative Sound. But we also have this section where you can input different issues for treatments you've done. So you simply put in the health concern, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how severe it is, what instruments you're using, and then on a scale of 1 to 10 at the end after the treatment. And we've been tracking this for quite a few years now, and we've got a detailed reports that you can look at. So for all sound, for all conditions with sound, all instruments, we were able to get on average with 380 treatments, an average of 67.33 reduction in symptoms. That's unheard of, right? But what's cool about it is you can go here to anxiety and filter for that. And you can see now 223 treatments, almost 70% reduction in symptoms. But what about anxiety with frosted crystal bowls? So you got 167 treatments, 66% reduction in symptoms. So this is a really good database that you could use for your website or for any information to show how effective sound is, and very specific instruments for specific issues, because there's a full range of issues here, right? So that's under intake forms if you go there. We also have under our nonprofit the Sound Education Association. We've now we got a $100,000 grant to take our entire curriculum into 2 Montessori schools, and we've now got 2,500 exercises that we've created over the last 7 years with over 100 administrators and teachers as well. And they're all based on the 30 books on brain development for kids at different age groups. And we've got 5 tracks now: Physics of Vibration, which is all the way from 3 months up to 18 years, right? So we have exercises for all age groups, all the way into quantum physics for the 18 years old. For instrument sounds, it's about learning different instruments that are easy to play and all that anybody can play, and also learning about different cultures based on instruments. And then music is about learning not how to be a musician, but how to understand the world based on music. Music is the basis of the way our body works. Music is the basis of way all nature works. It's all about flow systems through the music of nature and the body. And then there's sacred geometry in detail, all the different aspects of how the universe is made based on Fibonacci, golden mean as well, and emotional expression, being able to express yourself freely, being able to transform negative beliefs, and even do the sound of love. But what's really cool is we're now getting a grant to create a curriculum with all subjects. And we're going to incorporate these 5 tracks into all subjects there are for schools from 3 months. But actually, we're creating exercises for utero, all the way up to kindergarten, all the way up to high school and 18-year-old graduates, right? So it's going to be a long-term project, but we're getting funding to take this curriculum into different countries, like 40 different countries. We're going to create private schools and then track it in detail, and then go to the governments and say, hey, what's your problem? Look how peaceful, how still these kids are. They're way better, they're way healthier, they're way better socially and emotionally, in relationships especially, and they're way more focused because they're at peace, and they're having a blast. And we're finding every student's gifts, right? So if you want to join us in the Sound Education Center, soundeducationassociation.com, or join the Medical Sound Association group at medicalsoundassociation.com. Okay. We also have some other things going on. First of all, I wrote the #1 selling book in the world, The Complete Guide to Sound Healing. It's all about how sound works physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We're now in the 2nd edition, and you can get it at CompleteGuidesToSoundHealing.com. For the recording classes, I wrote the #1 selling book in the world, The Art of Mixing, which uses this visual system to show different structures of mixes. It's the main book used in colleges around the world for 20 years. And I've also, besides The Art of Producing as well, which is the #1 producing book, I've created a whole interface where you can actually mix with these in 3D, these visuals of sounds between the speakers. And in surround sound, you can actually walk into the mix and grab the sounds and throw them and bounce them off the walls. And we've got it working in the Oculus now, and it's really cool. We've sold over 100,000 copies of the book. And if you go to YouTube, you can see Art of Mixing and see my video. We got 3 million views on that. But now we're taking this virtual reality system and putting sounds and visuals inside the body. So you can choose whatever system a body system you want to work on. You look down, you see a graphic of inside of your body, and you get a whole database of sacred geometry and sounds that you can put inside your body in virtual reality. Right? And we have assessment systems that tell you precisely where those sounds, or put those sounds precisely where they're needed in your body. So you can have a sound in your heart, in your knee, through your whole body. You can do a chakra treatment. You can also do systems of flow through each of the medical systems in the body in virtual reality while hooked up to EKG and EEG. Right? Oh my God, we're going to have so much fun. Right? And then you can be in different rooms of light or inside Angel with all of your chakras and auras lit up with sound. We have this demo now working in Oculus, and it's really so much fun. Right? We also have our play Compassion with IMAX 3D, acrobats interacting with the IMAX 3D, and vibrating seats in every seat in the play, and it's now been placed, and we're going to be developing it over the next couple of years. We're going to first opening in Las Vegas, and then we're going to have it in venues throughout the world, actually. So here's the stage design for that. Also, we're working on some movies that will help bring sound healing into the mainstream. We also have sound chambers now. We've got a sound chamber with the King's Chamber, which is 17 by 34 feet by 19 feet high, with a dodecahedron around it and an octahedron around this. We're going to be building those right now, so if you want a big one, pretty expensive. It's going to be a few million to build this one, but it'll hold like 20 people, and when you meditate in it, it will take you to another dimension. And then we got the smaller version, which is only 10 feet long, and it resonates exactly at 108 hertz, and those are about 30 to 40,000 now, if you want to get one of those in your backyard. We also have it working in the Oculus, where you can go inside and check it out. Oh my God, we're getting high, having fun with sound and vibration. We now also have our sound treatment center ready to launch, finally. We've got over 50 practitioners that are ready to go. If you want to be a practitioner, you can actually go in and register. And it's way better quality than Zoom. And it's also showing our practitioners how to mic everything in stereo. We're even using a compressor that we created. So it's like CD quality online in real time. Right? So you can get one-on-one treatments, and we're launching on November 15th. So you can sign up to get a treatment, or again, you can sign up as a practitioner. We've got a full range of practitioners ready to go that you can check out. Check out their bios. Most of them have videos, examples of their treatments. And then you just sign up and schedule a time. Enjoy. So those are some of the things happening here at the Institute and online. You can find us at soundhealingcenter.com, or email me at david@soundhealingcenter.com, or call us 415-777-2486. Enjoy the conference. Take care. Hi there, welcome to my presentation of the Globe Sound Healing Conference. We're going to go through the different instruments used for different chakras, because they're really effective. We do a treatment here at the Institute where we go through all the different chakras with voice and different instruments, and it's so effective. So I just wanted to share this with you. Let me share my screen. So first, let's go through the different chakras and their energy, in case you don't know about each one. The root chakra is about your connection to earth and grounding. It's about abundance, career, and it's around money as well. A lot of people say there's no endocrine gland for the root chakra. Some say the adrenals, but most people say there's no endocrine gland. I think of the earth as the endocrine gland for the root chakra. And the second chakra is the sacral chakra, just below the belly button. It's about sensuality and pleasure. Some people also say it's about the actual emotions. It's where emotions come into the body as well. And it's connected to the sexual organs. Then we have the third chakra, which is at the solar plexus. It's around personal power and being in your power. Also, some people say it's about channeling as well, because they say the adrenals, which it's connected to, are actually sense organs as well. And that's just at the solar plexus. Then we have the heart chakra, which is all about love. And it's really connected to the thymus gland. And it's about love, relationships, and loving yourself, which is self-acceptance. Then the throat chakra is connected to the thyroid. And this is all about self-expression. Are you able to express yourself, right? And then we have the third eye, which most people say is connected to the pituitary and hypothalamus. It's about intuition. How good is your intuition and your sense of purpose and your clarity of focus in life? And then we have the crown chakra, which is connected to the pineal gland, and it's your connection to source. It's like when you activate the pineal gland, your crown opens to source. So these are the energy of each chakra. Just a quick overview. Now let's look at the instrument sounds and the music for each of the chakras. There are many instruments that you can use on all the chakras, especially the voice. You can totally use the voice on every chakra. We commonly use low notes for the root chakra and high notes for the crown chakra. You could also use notes instead of frequencies, but we commonly use frequencies. You can also use crystal bowls. The crystal bowls are generally mapped out for the notes of the chakras, but you can also, again, use them based on frequency, which means the bigger the bowl, the lower the chakra. And the smaller bowls would be for the higher chakras and not worry about the actual notes. Then there's the alchemy bowls. I commonly use the alchemy bowls for the higher chakras, but I really do like the 24 karat gold for the root chakra. And I've got a titanium bowl that I really like for the root chakra. I'll show you in a bit as well. Like you might use a pink aura or a rose quartz for the heart chakra, and all the different elements that are embedded in these bowls, including gemstones and crystals and metals, are often talked about in different books as to what chakras they're good for. So you can totally base it on the gemstone or crystal or metal. Right? Can't just work on the color as well. I like that. With Tibetan bowls, you can buy a whole chakra set with Tibetan bowls, and they commonly go based on the notes, but you could totally just use the big bowls for the root chakra and then the smaller bowls for the higher chakras. So base it on frequency instead of notes. We sell a whole set of tuning forks based on the chakras. You could totally use tuning forks for each chakra based on their frequency. Right? For the root chakra, the most common instrument I use is the frame drum. And you could use any big drum. And it's nice because you can get those drums right on the root chakra without actually touching the body and have them feel it in their root chakra. A gong is really great for the root chakra. The bigger, the better. The bass, basically any bass is really good for the root chakra. So the bigger the gong, the bassier the gong, and the better it is for the root chakra. Didgeridoo is really excellent. You can totally get it right on that root chakra without touching anybody. They feel it at their base of their spine. It's really effective. Also, I commonly use big Tibetan bowls, although I actually have people on their stomach when I'm using big Tibetan bowls physically on the root chakra. You could use a cello, acoustic bass, or timpani. Bring in the elephants and the whales, right? Those are totally root chakra. Some people actually use the element of the chakra for the instrument. So the element of the root chakra is earth. So you could use a clay flute or a wood drum, right? The music of the root chakra, one of my favorites is Japanese taiko drumming. If you got headphones, go grab them, put them on, because the bass is so cool in here. This is Japanese taiko drumming with the big drums. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward here. can also do EDM, electronic dance music for the root chakra. Got the big bass, right? Even rap can be really good for the root chakra with the 808 drum, which is basically a marching drum. Right? And then throat singing. Oh my God, you get a bunch of monks in a room going, it's really grounding, really grounding. Okay, so that's our root chakra. Then we got the second chakra. One of my favorites is the cello or the djembe, which is the little metal conga. It's really good for the second chakra. I commonly use a rattle or shaker over the second chakra to actually clear out any stuck energy there. And I commonly put a Tibetan bowl on the second chakra to resonate it into peace and harmony. You could also use the elements for the second chakra, which is water. So you could use an ocean drum, which sounds like an ocean, or a rain stick, which sounds like rain. Belly dance music is probably the best music for the root chakra. It gets the hips moving, right? Or tribal house, Afro-Asian. That's our second chakra. Then we got the third chakra. I think of the Tibetan horn, which is the 10-foot horn that's really powerful. It could be used for the root chakra as well, but check it out for the third chakra. Here's the Tibetan horn. So I think of any horn as being good for the root chakra, especially the shofar, which is the elk horn that brought down the walls of Jericho, right? Really cool for the third chakra. Even a French horn could be used for the third chakra, or a screaming electric distorted guitar, power, bang, right? Excellent for the third chakra to bring out the power. Also, I commonly use Tibetan bowls on the third chakra. Put them right on the third chakra, especially the bigger the better, like a 10-inch or a 12-inch that totally vibrates powerfully into the body. The element of the third chakra is fire. So if you use an instrument, fire instrument, you can use it once. Right. Japanese taiko drumming, as I mentioned, could be for the third chakra. Hard rock music, bang, right, rock out, right? Or intense classical music, ba-da, right? It's all about power, but especially opera. I mean, opera is all about bringing the third chakra through the voice with full on power. That's our third chakra. Okay. Then we've got the heart chakra. The most common instrument that people use for the heart chakra is the harp. Although it's interesting, harp is a warm sound, but if you make the sound of love like this, people rarely go pluck, 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 pluck. It's a sustained note. A sustained note is mostly commonly associated with love. So I think of a string section, which can do sustained notes. That's my favorite when I do any songs about love. Okay, there's cello, piano, and alchemy bowls. Again, the pink aura gold is one of my favorite for the heart chakra. The crystal harp, I'll show you the crystal harp in a little bit, which is actually called the quartzophone. Now, we also have the pre-note xylophone, really nice and soft sound, or the sansula, or the handpan, which I'll play for you later. We've got a tongue drum. Handpans have no slits in it, whereas tongue drums have slits in it. This is an actual handpan. And then also the sansula. Some of my favorite music is Sanatam Kuar, Deva Primal. So here's Deva Primal with Manoj playing the Sansua. Check this out.
त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनम् मृत्योर्मोक्षममृतात्
Great, huh? Right. Deva Primal's got some other music. Probably my favorite song is Pachelbel Canon, which Mitten and Deva Primal do in the song So Much Magnificence. But there's also choral music that often opens my heart as well. Then there's the throat chakra. Of course, the voice is the best instrument for the throat chakra, but any woodwind is good because it's played with the breath, right? Like flutes or any woodwind. I commonly use tingshas and swing them around the throat chakra to do any clearing, right? You can also hold a Tibetan bowl and move it around the throat chakra. Tuning forks are especially good as well. One of my favorite music for the throat chakra would be Bobby McFerrin, right? Oh my God, all voices. Check this out. I'll play a couple little snippets here. Course, through the conference, we also do a lot of voice, right? The voice is just the best when it comes to throat chakra, of course. Overtone singing is really good. The overtone or throat singing is really good as well. We have some people doing overtone and throat singing in the conference here. Okay. And then we've got the third eye. The third eye is just a high frequency instrument. Chimes, little bells, small Tibetan bowls, small alchemy bowls, piccolo. Bring in the crickets, right? Use a little triangle or the coqui frogs. I'll play the coqui frogs later, right? And then we've got high Baroque music is the music. Sometimes electronica is even used for the third eye. Really detailed high frequency electric synthesizer. And then we have soprano opera singing, right? Third eye is high frequency. Then we have the crown chakra. I commonly use like a tuning fork, 1,000 hertz to 4,000 hertz on the crown chakra, or tingshas can be really sweet on the crown chakra. Koshi chimes are one of my favorite, or Zephyr chimes. Oh my God, I'll play them later for you. And then little bells. I have these tiny little bells I'll show you later that are really sweet. Small Tibetan bowls, small alchemy bowls, birdies, bird sounds. But choral groups are one of my favorites for the crown chakra. There's not much music that does it for the crown chakra. Choral music is also good for the heart as well. Check this out and see if it works for you for the crown. Funny, I was feeling that in my heart and my throat especially. Just really sweet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little chakra treatment with all the different instruments. Enjoy. Okay, let's start with the frame drum for the root chakra. And then we have the Tibetan bowl for the root chakra. Bring this into your root. Now we have the titanium alchemy bowl. Bring this into your root. Now check in on your second chakra for any stuck energy there or overactivation. And let's release it with this shaker and rattle. And then we'll harmonize it with the Tibetan bowl. Bring this into your second chakra. Now tune into your third chakra. Any stuck energy there? Commonly use a Tibetan bowl for that as well. But it's also about getting back into your power. So let's do a really powerful horn. We can also do a powerful no. Imagine you have a tiger attacking you, and you have the power with your voice to stop it in its tracks. You're not going to hurt the kitty, you're just going to set boundaries. So on 3, which is always 4, we're going to do a really loud no. Let me demonstrate first. 1, 2, 3. No! Okay. Hi. Now, you do it. 1, 2, 3. No! Really good if you're not feeling good enough. For the heart chakra, let's start with this pink gold alchemy ball. Bring this into your heart. I often use the crystal heart for the heart, but it often goes up into the third eye and crown as well. See what you think. Then we have the Rav drum. Then we have the Sansua. Then we have the throat chakra. Let's do a little clearing with our tingshas. And then a little work with the rattle. And voice. And then we have our sound healing duck. Always good for the throat chakra. Now let's clear and harmonize the third eye. Let's start with our little Tibetan bowl here, Zen bowl. Bring that into your third eye. Then we got some small tingshas. Then a little overtone singing. Now let's open the crown chakra with our 1111 hertz tuning forks. And then some small tingshaws. And then my little bells. Open your crown. And then finally, the kosher chant. Open your crown. At the Sound Healing Center, we have four main things going on: the Institute, the Sound Healing Store, the Sound Therapy Center, and the Sound Healing Research Foundation. At Globe Institute, we offer 2 sound healing certificates and 1 audio recording certificate. All of them are also offered online, as well as in person here in Sausalito, outside of San Francisco. We're the only state-approved college in the entire United States that offers sound healing. David has created the #1 selling books in the field of audio recording and sound healing. In recording, there's The Art of Mixing and The Art of Producing, and in sound healing, The Complete Guide to Sound Healing. He's also written a book on sound-loving relationships, creating harmony and loving relationships, including many sound healing techniques. It's all about being whole on your own, heart open. The Sound Healing Store has over 400 sound healing instruments and technologies. We also have a physical store where you can experience everything. In the store, we've got over 100 CDs and downloads. We've got all of my books. We have a full range of instruments, including crystal bowls, Tibetan bowls, didgeridoos, gongs, drums, rattles, tuning forks, and a full range of melodic instruments. We also have a wide range of consciousness-raising technologies, including sound chambers. We have sacred geometries and pendants, color and light therapies. We also have our brainwave assessment kit software and the voice analysis software. We got a contract with the largest dementia company in Northern California, and we've created 8 different protocols that have been implemented there for the last 2 years, and it's transformed the place dramatically. Check it out at soundfordementia.com. And we've got a full range of vibroacoustic tools. We make sound lounges, sound tables, sound vests, sound pillows, sound dolphins, and bass straps. All of these are excellent for a wide range of physical and emotional issues and just getting you relaxed and blissed out. At the Sound Healing Research Foundation, you can find over 1,000 clinical and student papers categorized for easy searching. You will also find the Medical Sound Association with over 1,000 doctors and sound therapists meeting bi-monthly to create treatment plans for a wide range of issues. These 30-page treatment plans are an excellent resource if you're working on a specific issue for yourself or a client. Check out medicalsoundassociation.com, where you can also join and attend our bi-monthly meetings. At the Sound Therapy Center, we have a list of over 40 issues and all the things that we offer for each issue. These include music and frequency CDs or downloads, treatment plans from the Medical Sound Association, and treatments we offer in person and online in the Sound Therapy Center for each specific issue. Finally, we have the Sound Education Association. We got a grant for $100,000 to bring our curriculum into 2 Montessori schools. With over 100 teachers and administrators, we've created over 2,500 exercises for kids from 3 months up to 18 years, all based on the books on brain development. We're now expanding the curriculum and creating schools around the world. Check out soundeducationassociation.com, where you can also join for free. You can find everything at soundhealingcenter.com. You can also email us at david@soundhealingcenter.com or call 415-777-2486.